Hi, it's Julin with Paper Dreamin', and today we're going to talk about the virtual album retreat that Stampin' Up just did in July 2025. It was a great 3 days, and they are still available. The kit is still available. So let's look at what is in the virtual album retreat kit. So the virtual album retreat is actually part of my workshop share that I wanted to show you here on YouTube, and I was really excited to do this event with Stampin' Up, and it was their very first virtual album retreat, and I'm showing it to you on my iPad. I think you guys can see that. It was so much fun. All of the presenters did such a wonderful time. The kit is still available. This is one of the images from the website, and it shows you what you get in it. And then you host it on Facebook, and each project or month was its own Facebook Live video, and the videos will be available for the amount of time that Facebook allows the live video to be on the Facebook group, and then Stampin' Up will have a YouTube playlist of all of the different projects. So this was one of the things that is included in the kit, and I'm going to take it out of the package so you don't get the glare, but it was each month. You can see each month, and because it's called month by month, and you just pop them out. Now, as you can see, part of June and July, all of July is gone, and it's because I used it to make myself, oh, it got stuck on something else, sorry guys. But basically I made this name tag using July and part of June. And this was using another one of our kids collection, and because it spelt my name, I just thought it was fun. And as mentioned, it was for an event that I attended while I was in Washington State visiting my sister. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the projects for June and July, but that's included, and it's like a paper board. It's not as thick as chipboard, but it's definitely thicker than cardstock. The other thing that's included is some sheets of what is called irresistibles. Basically, it's embossed pages that you can then ink, so you can kind of see the pattern. And then that one is like a leaf pattern. I think you guys can see that. It's very cool. And so one of the layouts I did get to completing, we did some ink blending on the irresistibles. So there's 12 projects, one for each month. And I did 7 of the 12. And I have 2 that are started but not completed, and 3 that I haven't even started at all. So that's kind of big for me that I did as much as I did. And this was after coming back from my retreat weekend on Oahu. So that was 4 days, and then I had 1 day off, and then 3 days of the virtual album retreat. But let me show you the pages that I did complete, and I'll show you my absolute favorite one first. Let me get a little organized here. Okay. So sorry about that. Things are like falling all over the place. This is project 9, or what is called September's layout, and it's a really fun layout, and it's a grid layout, or a checkerboard pattern, I guess you could say. And so it's supposed to go like that. think you can see, maybe not both pages, but you get the idea. So that is project 9, and this spot right here, I haven't glued them all down just because I'm not quite sure what photos I'm going to add. So I tend not to glue everything down if I'm still thinking about what I'm going to be placing. But on this page is, in that space, is what's this explosion box, and it opens like this. And it has pockets for journaling, or, you know, tucking in memorabilia or anything like that. Some photos. I think this goes like that. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, that is the explosion box on this album page, and I just absolutely love it. So that's my favorite layout. I did get to see it in person when I was in Washington State at that event that I attended, and it was so fun to see it. So I was excited to create this project. Again, that was project 9. And here's some of the other pages that I completed. So you can see we did some ink blending and some stamping. In my package, I think I have some more of the other pieces that go on it. There's, of course, photo mats. There was one layout, and I'll mention it when I get to it, that had so much stamping. It was kind of exhausting to do all that stamping. But the great thing about the Facebook Live was that you could go back to where you wanted to, and then during the live it'll catch up to it. Even better is that the videos are available for replay until Facebook says they're gonna take them off for the 30 days. And again, Stampin' Up! Is going to add them on YouTube for future reference. So it's project, which one is this? Project 3. It came with 2 stamp sets. I forgot to mention that. It came with 2 stamp sets. And this alphabet one was a really great one. And it came with alphas and numbers, special characters, and an exclamation mark. I guess that's the only punctuation they have in that. Maybe a period. Oh, there's more. Sorry. So, and then the month by month other stamp set, and we used a lot excuse me, out of the flower. It's a very pretty flower. They provided a sheet of die cuts, so all we had to do was stamp on the die cut, but they're easy enough to fussy cut if you wanted to. So that was project 3. This is project 10. Again, these are the ones that I finished creating. And again, some parts might not be totally down because of not knowing if I'm going to, where the photos are going to go. So project 10. Project 4. I think project 4 was the one we did a lot of stamping on. Was it project 4? Maybe? And so I finished the layout. I finished the stamping, and the clouds are just so cute. I didn't finish placing all of the pieces down. Oh, this one's half complete. But it was good to get the stamping done. For that one. Project 4. Project 5. Oh, I think this was the one that was had a lot of stamping. Maybe not. Oh no, it's coming up. Sorry. Misspoke here. This is the layout that used a irresistible, and it was really fun to do this ink blending on the page. And you can see all of my parts and pieces that when I have the photos, I will add all of these pieces onto the layout. So project 5. Here is project 6, and this was the one that we did a lot of stamping and created these darling pockets. Very simple background. This is one that I will probably recreate again and again. And then these pockets that we made go all over the layout. I did glue 2 of them down. The others I kind of kept loose because the way that the layout, let me see if I can show you the layout. This was project 6. So let's see if you guys can see that. They had these smaller photos on the layout, 3x4s, and were they 3x4s? Yeah, 3x4s and smaller, like 3x3s, and of course they added flip flaps, which is a great way to add more photos. But as I was looking at this layout, I was thinking, and that's why I did not add all of the pockets down. I stopped after a while. I pulled out my photo placeholders and kind of played around with photo placements, and if I want to, I can always cut some photo mats of the matching color cardstock, but that is my thought for this one. And then I will place down the rest of the embellishments that we created, and or use it for a different project. So again, that was project 6, which was heavy on the stamping. And then now we get to the different ones that I didn't complete. And so I can show you all of the different layouts. So let's see. That was project 1, or January. And because of the different markets that Stampin' Up! Is in, you could move them around, and this could be, you know, a different month, or maybe according to the photos that you have. So this was the very first layout that we started with, and as we were cutting things and stamping, then when it got to putting the placements, I'm like, I'm just gonna watch and then come back to the video and make my layout. So that was a really pretty one. There's so many great designs. There's March, April, May. This one I changed a little bit, trying to not get the glare in. And what I did was, because there was this one border on this side, I flipped this page so that the border was on this side and moved everything over. I may have actually flipped that to that side. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I have all those pieces ready, but I definitely did not like this part on the right page, so I added it on this right page. I added it to the left side instead, so that my borders and then were on the sides, and then all of my photos can go in the center. So that's, I changed it up just a little bit. There is June, July, August. I'm excited to do this layout. One of the attendees changed the colors that she used for her Sunburst, and she actually used the colors that from the color palette, such as, I think this was Timid Tiger, Pretty Peacock, and Cloud Cover, or it might be Lost Lagoon. But she used all those different ink colors, and then I think that one's Darling Duckling, to ink up her Sunburst, her rays, so instead of it just being one color. So I thought that was neat. And I loved having all the ideas shared. So this was that layout that included that explosion box. So that's what it looks like on the layout, just like that. And then it folded out. There was October. That was one of the ones I completed. And so November. And then December. December I actually started, and but then I was just, I'm going to watch the rest of the video. I did most of the stamping. I think I did almost all of the stamping. So I was really happy with what I was able to accomplish during virtual album retreat. And so this video is being posted at the beginning of August, and August 2025. And Stampin' Up is having a sale, and it's starting August 5th through 31st, 2025, and it's the in colors for 2025 through 2027, and all the products on this web page will be on sale 15% off. And the month by month album retreat is on that sale on that web page for the in colors products. I'm not sure if it will be on that 15% off sale, but I'm thinking it will. I can't guarantee that, but I will let you guys know. I think this is a beautiful way to get some scrapbook pages done. All of the packets are prepped for you. As you can see, all of the pieces are cut. They provide, like I mentioned, the die cuts for stamping. And it was a great way to get, as I said, 7 of the 12 layouts completed. And now I just need to find my pages to my photos to add to the layouts. And I am really happy with the very first virtual album retreat for Stampin' Up. So I hope this helps you. Maybe this is a workshop that you may be interested in doing. If you do purchase the workshop through me, we can always have like creative days where we get together and work on our virtual album retreat. I am always inspired and motivated when I'm crafting with others, and even virtually. It's always fun to get together, and we can, create in our own spaces, but create together. So let me know if you have any questions about the workshop share for virtual album retreat 2025, and let's get crafted together, okay? All right, take care. If you like this video, please consider subscribing if you're not, and give me a thumbs up. All right, take care, guys. Bye.